Hi, welcome in for the latest card layout for my channel. Hi, I'm Cynthia. Welcome. Thank you for being here, both to returning subscribers and to new viewers. I really appreciate you being here. And it feels really awesome to be sitting down in front of my card table. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm picking up on some super good energy. Well, I don't even, I mean, it's the Lionsgate portal. Today is 8/8. So that might be what it is. There might be the fact that folks in this collective who have a new and brighter day ahead may be starting to feel the reality of that. And that's what I'm channeling. I feel that for myself, certainly. It feels amazing, like blissed out, like, you know, after you've just gotten busy with your lever and you're feeling like unstoppable. It's that kind of energy. It feels really good, really abundant, really pleasurable. Just, you know, creative, very creative energy, which makes sense. It's the element of fire, which is an element of creation. And I've got my little coffee drink here, and I was just deciding to do a general layout. And I think I'm going to start with Colette Baron Reid's deck, but I'm not going to read the book for a change. I'm just going to go with my feeling of the card. It's pretty unusual for me. I don't know why, but maybe I'm just getting tired of reading out of the book. I love the book. That's why I always read out of it when I pull these cards. But I also kind of like just channeling intuitively what the card is saying for the particular layout, right? So just for anyone interested in that kind of process, you might be a reader yourself and you like talking about that kind of thing. I very briefly had someone interested in apprenticing with me, and we were talking about that very topic, like how do you decide what kinds of layouts and mixing oracle cards versus not, and you know, using just one deck versus using all, you know, lots of decks, right? I think particularly on YouTube, most readers use more than one deck. They're just so much more depth, right? But you can do a very complex and deep reading with just one card deck, of course. So what's something that we should know in this collective for the Lionsgate portal? What wants to come out? What wants to come out today? So someone is feeling very wounded after a disagreement or a fight, like a difference of opinion that's, however, whether this is you or someone in your life, it's probably you. Although I have had that experience where you're picking up on something and you're like, oh my gosh, this is my friend's story, or this is someone I work with. I recognize their story. So sometimes that'll happen. So we'll just keep going here. But someone, I'll just stick with that. For some reason, that's a thing right now. So that means something. It might be like there's been a dispute and nobody's really sure who's right. That can happen. Where it's like a draw almost. Like you've had a coming to blows with somebody that's been very, very intense for both parties. And ultimately, you come away realizing that it's been a draw. Like nobody's really won anything or lost. But you know, that's maybe debatable, the concept of loss. But because what I see here is community in the reverse, mending in the reverse, and why in the reverse. So this very much could look something like what's happening in the nation right now with ICE, okay, where that is, it's impossible to undo the damage to some degree. Like people who've been deported to El Salvador, to that intense prison where nobody has any rights, and it's just very brutal setting, where I can only imagine if you wind up there feeling the most utter levels of despair. I cannot even imagine what that must be like to be there, knowing, especially knowing you didn't do anything wrong. But even criminals don't deserve that, right? Like, are we just gonna all devolve into being a bunch of animals now, or what? And no shade against animals, And no shade, I don't really say that, and I've noticed saying it a couple times. I don't know if I'm just picking that up from other readers, or if somebody that watches me uses that a lot, but that's noticeable. Like, I'm noticing it to the point that I should say something. So someone might say that, or that might have even come out here a lot, like no shade, no shade, no shade. But every time that's said, then what follows is something very shady, right? Or something like that. So that's kind of a passive aggressive and mean and conflicting way of having a dispute, where you're gaslighting someone and saying, I'm just telling you this for your own good, but then what follows is a bunch of abuse, right? It could be something like that. It's a very deep conflict is what's coming through. You're very confused about why. What's the point of this? It feels like, I don't even know if this is meant fixable or workable. I don't even know if I could fix it. And it involves a community. It doesn't even involve just one-on-one. It involves an entire group. So again, this is something like ICE, right? This ICE involves the community. They've caused so much harm that can they ever fix it? It's debatable, in my opinion. I don't think so, right? I mean, it's certainly not for the victims, but for themselves, for example. Like, can they ever repent? Or, I don't know. Just, I don't know where that's coming from. We'll just leave that there. So very much of wounding and painful conflict is present. So let's see. Let's pull the tarot layout, and then we'll be going from the Kipperish. And, I also wanted to just say, because I was kind of lamenting at some point, readings that have a lot of high juicy content and drama and stuff, and feeling a little bit like, oh, I don't know if I want to do those readings. Like, I personally like them, but there's also something that I find a little bit rubbernecking about them, or like, what is this really for? Is this really beneficial, or is this just gawking at somebody's like traumatic situation and I'm reading about it here for everybody to stare into? Like, you know what I mean? There's just something like that about it. But the more I've been thinking about it, the more I'm like, people live these kinds of lives. All you have to do is watch and pay attention to any true crime, and these kinds of juicy, high drama challenges are present for millions and millions of people. And why wouldn't I want to read on that if it can be helpful to them? So I know that that's just a lot of sharing personally about stuff like that, but I like to share about my process and why I read the way I read and so on. So there's just a little tidbit for that about juicy readings. What's this high conflict situation? What's happened here, and what's important for you to know about where the energy is heading? All of the vibes and dynamics surrounding the situation, the background. What do we need to know about this? So we have the Page of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Excuse me. So somebody's spying or watching you. That's the truth right there. Ace of Swords. You've gotten clarity about that, and it's been maybe that's why it's been so disheartening, is you've found out that somebody's been invading your privacy. And you've put a stop to this, and you're moving to calmer water, but you feel pretty burdened by the entire experience. Even though you've successfully put a stop to it, you've seen clearly the truth came out somehow. You put an immediate stop to it and moved to a calmer position, because I would imagine finding something out like that is pretty shocking, like that someone's been stalking you or spying on you or hacked into your email, right? Whatever it is, you've successfully done what you need to do to protect yourself at this point. But it feels very unfair to you. Yeah, this has been a devastating shock to you. It's right here at the very center of the reading. So these first three cards were not lying. This has been a huge blow to you. The good news is, I just want to say that before I even keep reading the cards, because this is the Lionsgate portal, this is the end of that, okay? The worst is over. Because this is such a powerful portal that you're going through the transition. We all are. You can fight it, right? Like, you could decide, I'm going to fight any change that's coming into my life based on this astrological energy. You can fight that, and then, yeah, maybe it won't be so, but it's not being in flow, and it's also could backfire, right? And create all kinds of weird outcomes. Like if you're trying to cling to a relationship that you know is over, if you keep fighting it and fighting it and fighting it, it can backfire on you in ways that you didn't anticipate when you just maybe set out to be like, try to convince this person not to end it with you, right? It can go into like, now I've got a restraining order against me because I wouldn't take no for an answer. Okay, it's something like that. You don't want to fight flow. You don't want to fight reality. You want, at some point, you've got to, even if it's a reality you don't want to accept, it's better for you to accept it, right? And stop fighting it. It makes it easier on you. Forget everyone else. So this has been a big shock, and you're worried that there may be no justice for you out of it. It's something very violating. I'm picking up on something very violating, very dangerous. What's going on? Or very scandalous. What? Okay, the facts are Two of Cups, so that's a strange, that's your strength right now. So you may have someone helping you. You may have someone that you can trust that is helping you through this, because that's a very welcome card to see in a situation like this. I'm intrigued. You may have fought the change. What was I just saying? Like, you can fight change, but then at some point it's better to accept it. You may have fought change. You may have fought leaving a situation. Okay, this is coming through more. What I'm picking up on, and I don't know the specifics yet, that's what this Kipperish deck is going to be for, but you may have been in denial about somebody really fucking you over. You may have really not wanted to see it. This is like somebody being with a molester, a child molester, and they love the person so much that they just, it doesn't matter what is staring them in the face, they just refuse to believe it until at some point there's a SWAT team banging down their door because this child molester was looking at graphic illegal content on your computer, and now guess what? You're arrested. You had all the red flags. People were trying to warn you. People were, right? And then you wouldn't listen. You wanted what you wanted. You wanted to fight reality. Well, now look, this is that exact kind of situation. And I'm not wishing that on you or on anyone here, but I'm saying that's what's coming out. There was some kind of truth that you were really not wanting to face, or someone wasn't wanting to face. And it's like it came and just slapped you right across the face where you really can't. You're devastated. This is devastating for someone here. So this is very intense. Well, then what? Okay, so there's also an Ace of Cups here. And so there might, I don't know what that means, because there's a Two of Cups and an Ace of Cups amidst all of this devastation. So this could be something like there was an affair. You didn't want to look at it. You didn't want to see it. You kept it defending your person to someone, or everyone, right? Like the whole community maybe was trying to tell you, you're being cheated on, this person's cheating on you, and you didn't want to hear it. Well, now they're having a baby, and now what are you going to do? It could be something like that. Okay, that's coming out possibly. This is a little bit of a harsh tone. If it's to you, it's like saying, boom, this is what happens when you deny what's happening right in front of you. So this is, I don't typically read for a reading like that where it's like this, someone needs to hear this. This could be, or it could be someone you know that this is happening to. The King of Cups is where things are headed. So let's get some clarifiers from the Kipperish about what is this, Spirit? What is happening? What happened here? What is this shock? First of all, we're going to ask, what was the huge shock? What was the devastating shock that happened that now you can't ignore the truth? The truth is out there for everyone to see. There's no more ignoring it. There's no more tucking it away. There's no more secret keeping and picking up on a lot of secret keeping, which can happen in abuse situations, right? What's going on? Because it's all out in the open. It's like everyone's ass is showing, or your ass is showing, or like it's all come to light. It's a very big shock, but it's a very needed thing. Like it's shaken out all the toxic and dead limbs. And now everybody's in the aftermath, looking around and stunned and like, now what, right? It's like a bomb hit in your lives, in the life of this community in some way. But like I said, today's the Lion's Gate, so the worst is over. It could be a natural disaster. It could be a natural disaster that you just went through. And you're all in the aftermath, the devastation of, you know, where everybody has to say why, you know, why did this happen? Now we've got no choice but to pick up the pieces. What happened here, Spirit? What caused this shocking devastation? What was the situation? The truth came out about a very scandalous person. This would be somebody that is like the magic word for it is like a succubus, right? Like a feminine energy that uses sexuality and lust energy to like drain people and take their energy and manipulate them through their sacral chakra. Someone may have come to light that there was an affair here. What happened here? Gosh, this might be a continuation. Oh my gosh, this is all of a sudden reminding me about something. When I was kicking back last night, because I almost did a reading last night, but then I decided to just give myself a night off and relax and chill and enjoy other things. And I had an idea, like maybe I even want to embrace kind of a high intensity, highly involved, complex scenario and cover it in like 3 parts in a reading. And this might be that. This might be what's coming out, because all of a sudden I'm reminded of that as I'm looking at this story. Thank you, Spirit. So, because I liked that idea. So this might be a part 1, and then I'll do a part 2 tomorrow, and then maybe a part 3 Sunday night or something, right? So let's just see here. Because this shocking situation has been somebody is either sending you evil eye because they're jealous of you, because you have a relationship beginning and forming with someone, like a new love, where you may even be moving in order to be together. And this person is the third party or another person who doesn't like that this is happening. And they're doing spell work on you and sending evil eye. They feel abandoned. They see you as all of the source of their problems, and they've become obsessed with you. That's what it is. I don't even need to guess. This person, it's like you've been chosen for something, and this person is highly jealous and competitive. And it's come to light that they've lost a partner, I think is what's going on. Is this over a third party situation? Was this over a love situation here? It's come out that this person loves you and is going to be with you, I think. And this other person doesn't like it and is very devastated and has been stopping it, doing everything they can to stop it. Is that what it is, Spirit? Is there a third party here? The awakening was to a third party. Somebody's leaving. Okay, so now we have this toxic community again. So somebody is making their break or their escape or a clean break from an entire community. So this could be a family or a coven or a town, right? It could be anything. Something where it's really gone sour. It's become exposed that this is, so again, this could be something like the whole Jeffrey Epstein thing, where now there's this scandal that's slowly, I mean, it's been a scandal for years and years now, but now it's unfolding more again, yet again, where it wasn't just him, but he had a whole cabal of people that engaged in this behavior with him and helped him cover it up and enjoyed it and let him manipulate them as well, right? It could be something like that, and now it's all coming to light. And somebody has been in good energy here and is doing their part, maybe to yeah, there's a good person here that's they're leaving this community behind. They're leaving it behind. They may have been a part of this toxic community at one point, and it all became clear to them what was happening around them and that this community was actually really bad for them. This is also could be something like the movie Get Out, where that kid's all involved, right? He's involved with this family. He thinks these are good white people, right? Like these are people that really care about me and have my back, and there is, you know, there are good, and then he just finds out no, they're just as, you know, toxic energy vampires as, you know, as other white people. So it doesn't have to be about that. I'm not saying it has to be Rachel. I'm just using it as an example of where he slowly starts realizing, holy shit, I'm like surrounded by evil here, and I thought these people were so nice. They seemed very nice. It's that kind of thing. This guy has figured it out and is moving away from them and actually maybe coming towards you. And there's going to be someone's got a problem with that. Someone's been doing spell work. Who's they been doing spell work on here? Because we have voodoo in the reverse. So they're doing dark workings. They're not doing they're doing dark workings to negatively affect you, to try to, because they're mad at you. They're an envious, jealous spirit that doesn't want this nice guy to move away. And it may not just be one person. It's like this toxic community that may be trying to prevent this guy from leaving. It's like this guy stepped into his north node and he realized, I don't want to be a part of this anymore, and I'm gonna get moved out of it. Yeah, because this is going down. This is an illegal operation of some kind. And he's, it had something to do with money and stealing from people. And magical workings. This is like a dark coven of some kind that was stealing. And this guy's like, I don't want to be a part of this. Like, I don't like this. And plus, I don't want to go to jail or prison. I don't want to, I don't want to destroy people's lives. I'm not like that. I'm in my north node, okay? These people are in their south node. This whole community is doing toxic shit to get ahead, accruing all kinds of bad karma for themselves, even if it's not literal, it's spiritual. They're obsessed. One person in particular may have become obsessed with you in this equation. Either you're this nice guy or this nice guy is coming towards you and he's leaving this horrible situation behind and coming towards you. Yeah, death magic, love spells in the reverse, voodoo in the reverse. This group is very, very, very toxic. I don't know who the fuck they are. How is this guy involved with them? How's this guy involved with this group? How do they... How's the nice guy involved in this toxic group? I think he's the one that's leaving the community. He doesn't want to be a part of the community anymore. Actually, what I want to ask is what's going to happen now that he's leaving? Because that's clear that that's what's going on. Is this guy's leaving this group. I think it's to come towards you in part. Like, he wants to be with you and leave this old life behind. But let's see. I mean, it's serious. Whatever this group is involved in, they're involved in some really toxic shit. Like stealing from people, emptying their retirement accounts, things like that. Like really bad, harmful behavior. Yeah, they're very involved in some highly illegal, shady things that are causing huge problems for people to that degree. Like ICE destroying a family, like them cleaning out somebody's bank account and then disappearing in the night and causing devastation for someone's entire world. It's this kind of stuff, like really hardcore. Yep, somebody is doing. Okay, this is what you need to know. This other woman who became obsessed with you is devastated that this man is leaving this toxic group and taking. He's abandoning. She feels abandoned and that she's entitled to this relationship. This man is moving towards you and he's going to be communicating some things to you, and because of this person's enraged and obsessed with you and doing death magic. They want to kill you. They want to do death magic. They are doing death magic. This is a big warning here to come out for this Lionsgate portal. This is all being done to you because this person loves you and is leaving this group and wants to come towards you. It's like a movie, okay? This is like a movie. I realize that. It sounds like a movie, but people lead criminal lives, okay? They do. There's a lot of criminality in the world, and for good or bad. Like, I'm an anarchist. I know I say that a lot on here, but I'm not judging this group or situation purely for the fact that they're breaking laws. Whatever's going on here is very bad. Whatever it is, it's causing a lot of harm. And because this person has decided, I don't want to be a part of that anymore, it doesn't even have to be illegal things. It could be like, I'm getting away from this family that's addiction impacted. They don't even have to be breaking any laws other than addiction based laws, like drunk driving, like, you know, selling illicit substances, right? Like it could be anything like that that's just run of the mill. It doesn't have to be like, oh my God, I'm leaving the mafia and my beautiful girlfriend is helping me escape at the last minute. It can sound like that, and I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to perpetuate this high drama type stuff, but many people live like this, okay? I don't know why I'm feeling defensive about that, but I am for some reason. So it's important. This reading's not going to be for everyone, but this is going to be like I'm going to do like a 2-part or a 3-part series. For sure a 2-part, but maybe a 3-part on this story, because this person is already doing it. They've already made up their mind. They're already leaving the community. They've already taken steps to do that. It's irreparable for them. They've learned that not only is this community toxic and maybe using drugs, but they're also ripping people off. And they're like, well, that's it. Like, I don't care if I have members that use drugs, but I don't want to have family members that steal from the needy or do, it's like a bridge too far for this person. And they're like, I'm leaving. I'm not going to be a part of this anymore. And they're coming towards you. Maybe they avoided being with you because they didn't want to get you entangled in this kind of drama. That could be. So now what? Now what do we want to do? What else do you need to know about this situation? What else do you need to know? What do you need to know now that this is coming out, that these people are sending you? I mean, this could be literal, like people could be plotting against you literally for your death, or they could just be using spell work. It was a lot of spell work that came out, so I think that's mostly what it is. I don't think there's any actual, I don't know. Someone's very obsessed with you, though, and hates that this person is coming towards you. It would be death magic to, like, make you sick and die, cause you a long illness, cause you suffering. They wanted you not just to have a death, but to have suffering along with it over a long period of time. That's what they've been wishing on you, this toxic third party, feminine energy. What do you need to know about what this person's doing? What do you need to know about that? Inject chaos into the situation. Dragon energy is needed to end stagnation. So you need to be pretty fierce for yourself on your own behalf. You need to be proactive in defending yourself and not passive. You need to be speaking up for yourself, telling your truth to this masculine, defending yourself proactively, showing your colors, showing your own stripes, right? Like showing them what they're up against. That's what you're being encouraged to do. Speak your truth. Sing to clear your throat chakra and lift your spirits. So speak up. Name that this is happening. Maybe this reading is part of that. Maybe this reading is like partial exposure. Maybe you plus other people from this community watch this channel, and maybe everybody involved is going to hear this message somehow. Maybe you're going to say, hey, I know what you're up to, by sending them this reading and saying, I see what you're up to, and this message confirmed it for me, right? Something like that. Impregnation, abundance, and fertility. This is what you have coming. This is this person moving towards you. This is the joy that's coming through the Lionsgate portal. This situation's over. This person's like, this is irreparable, and I'm not going to ever re-enter this community, whether it's a family, a community, a workplace, whatever. I'm gone. And now because of that, and because they're coming towards you, you're going to have this beautiful new beginning on the other side of the portal. Get your house in order. Get ready for that. Just get ready. You've done what you need to do. You haven't done anything wrong, so maybe do what you have to cleanse your space around your home so that your home feels safe. They might have sent bad juju to your home and energy in your home. Like, I just went on a great little road trip, and when I came home, I could feel bad energy in here, bad juju, because I have people that hate watch me. And I have to do a lot of maintenance to my energy and my time and my space, and I do it. So do stuff like this, right? Smudge your home. Do a nice big salt bath. Do a cleanse. Send healing and protection energy to your animals, because sometimes if someone's sending you spell work like that, it ends up affecting your animals and not you. So make sure you're also protecting your pets. If you have any pets, your plants, do that. Seal all your windows, close all your mirrors, right? Smudge. Get your house in order. That's all you need to do. Get ready for this person to arrive, because they're coming towards you. Yeah, you're wondering, and in fact, that justice card was in the vulnerability position. This is a major injustice. What's happened here and what's come to light about this community is not just something like, oh, we sell drugs. It's like, we rip people off. We steal from wounded veterans. We steal from children's charities, right? It's something really negative like that. Really dark, really toxic. How does your inner warrior perceive surrender? So this person finally had to face facts that they don't want to be a part of this. And in spite of it saying goodbye to an entire community, there's no more ignoring it. And that goes full circle back to the original message, where there was just no more ignoring it for this. Oh my God, I just got chills. This nice guy, this person in his North Node, they've been ignoring the signs for a long time. They've been in denial about this community that they're involved in. They may have thought that it was all just harmless. Like, we all just party together. It's nothing more than that. And what came out is something far more sinister. Like, we steal from needy people. We engage in child prawn, right? Like something like that, something very, very dark, that this guy's like, well, there's no way that I'm going to ever be a part of this group again. I'm not that kind of person. I have a conscience. I like to party, but I'm not, it's like, if you imagine men in prison, for example, there's a whole hierarchy of what kind of crimes are okay versus what kind of crimes are too egregious. Like, crimes against children and whatnot. It's this kind of energy. And this guy was like, no more. It was devastating though, and it's been a huge lesson for him. It's coming through. I'm channeling a lot of this now. It's coming through that it's been a huge lesson for him in ignoring red flags. He ignored red flags. He kept doubling down like, no, this is my community. I'm not going to leave. I'm not going to change. I'm not going to cut cords. I'm not going to cut ties, even if it means losing this lover. Like, if she can't accept my family, then too bad. And well, what ended up coming out is that this family or community should not be accepted. They should be going to prison, basically. And that's what's happening here. This guy realized it. Like, I'm not so loyal that I'm going to prison over shit that I know is fucked up, right? So that's what's going on. This person's leaving this behind. Get ready. Surrender. You don't have anything to do. What else? I just pulled away and it says, I feel you leaving me behind. He might feel like you're leaving. You're not going to be open to him if he doesn't do this now, right? Like, you might be like, this might be public, right? It might be coming out in the news kind of thing. And he knows if he doesn't come to you quickly, you're going to be like, what the fuck? You're good with these people? Right? Like, he's got some explaining to do, just about. Like, I just heard Ricky Ricardo saying that, Lucy, you've got some explaining to do, right? It's something like that. Like, he's recognizing, like, I'm going to have to explain to everybody my affiliation with these people. And this woman or this divine counterpart that I want to be with, I mean, what's she going to think of me knowing that I was ride or die for this group for a while, right? He's going to have to face some hard music here, maybe, is what it also might be looking like. Or might have had to, had he not gotten out while he is, right? I'm feeling like it's a very close call. The Jester. So a jester's a storyteller, right? And they often say the things about a community that other people can't get away with because they use laughter. This is like a late night TV kind of thing where everybody's mocking Donald Trump all over about Jeffrey Epstein, right? And that's partly what's causing his downfall, is people being just relentless in the daily news cycle, talking about it on their podcasts and their comedy routines, right? Stuff like that. So as horrific as this situation has been, as it comes to light, it might be the butt of a lot of jokes. It's intense. The mother. So there was something out here, maybe possibly about a mother and child for someone that might have relevance for someone here in this collective. This may have been a family business, and it's coming to light that your mom is, not a nurturer, not a person that, you may be cutting ties with your mom. Your mom may be part of this. Your mom may have been part of upholding something extremely toxic, like being with someone who abuses children, violates children, right? Okay, something like this, and that's a major betrayal. Okay, so could look something like finding out that your mom knew the whole time that your father was committing crimes against you, and you are devastated to learn that she knew the whole time and she didn't protect you. Okay, that could be the level of devastation that we're talking about as well. And the healer, now that this person's walking away and coming towards you, there's going to be healing. That's what's important to know. What's coming now, and then we'll do maybe a next reading on this either tonight or tomorrow. What's coming down the line for this situation? Oh yeah, I keep meaning to read tiles too. I was going to pull some tiles on this situation. what's coming now that the energy where it was headed was the King of Cups. So meeting up, having a connection with this nice person in their North Node as they leave now that they're walking away from this and leaving it all behind them. That's one thing that you have to look up to or look forward to is some connection with this person, and you're going to be getting together. He might be really in his heart for you right now with this King of Cups. A King of Cups is a lover in their heart, and a King of Cups is never someone who would be okay with crimes against humanity, right? Or especially a King of Cups, right? Like crimes against children, crimes against that kind of stuff was a King of Cups would never tolerate. And that's this person in their North Node, okay? And now they want to meet up. It has something to do with work. It could have something to do with your career. Maybe they're going to want to talk to you and consult with you as an attorney, right? Or as a therapist. They're going to want to come and talk to you about the situation from a professional angle, but they also love you and want to be with you or something, right? Work is involved in some way. Yeah, this masculine, this is what you have to look forward to, is meeting up with him. You may be working together in some way. Yeah, there's going to be a new love sparking between you. He doesn't want you to leave him behind. That came through kind of randomly earlier. There's spell work that was done that maybe you're going to find out about, or you may work as a spiritualist, and he's going to talk to you about how do I cleanse this energy away from me, right? Like he might come to you for that kind of help. Yeah, he put this whole other situation on ice. He ended it. And that person is obsessed now with you. So you've got to really watch out, cleanse and protect your own energy. Oh, yeah. And then I was going to pull some tiles. And then that'll do it for this first part of this installment on this series here. These will just be further confirmation whether this reading is for you or not. I've got meet right off the bat. I can see meet. Here you're going to meet up. That's being doubly emphasized. Kia is someone's name. K-I-A. Kia, or someone drives a Kia. Meek is here, and that's making me think of Meek Mill because I also see ILL here. Meek Mill was, it's questionable how involved he was with the whole Diddy thing, right? So that could be this kind of community type scandal is being alluded to here, that this is very serious for someone. So we've got meet. Kelly. This one's name might be Kelly. Pig, so there is law enforcement involved. We also have LEO, so LAW, so there's definitely been illegal things happening. Days is here, I've noticed. Let's see if there's a number. Something about this is going to be happening within days, though. 8 days, it might be relevant here. 9 days could be relevant. 10 days. Two. Within days, I've got a lot of day options here. Legs. Legs might have meaning for someone. Whip, someone might have a nice ride. That reminds me, I saw my brother. I have a really good memory of a brother. One of my brother's old. He had a really this caddy that was like a rattle can hoopty that he used to drive, and I saw one the other day, and it made me know that he was with me. So someone's brother, that's coming through for someone, that story just now. So someone's brother might be involved in this. Pure is here, so purity might have relevance for some reason. Win, there's a win here. Girls, yeah, there's something not good that is coming out about this group that is very, very, very questionable and very shady, and it's going to be in the news potentially. I've got Matt here. Mate. Slip. Pills. Yeah, that's not good. Rig. So now I've got a couple different things about cars with that hoopty, and now somebody's rig is involved. So someone's into cars, possibly. Due date. Someone's got a pregnancy. There's a due date here. And then days is involved. So someone may be going to have a baby here within a few days. They might be in the last week of their pregnancy. Lake. Laken might be a name. It's a girl's name. Lee. Yen. Yin. Yes. Tail. Tame. Megan. Cammy. Emir. Katie. Kate and Katie. Mar, like ocean. Egan. Egan's a name. Plane. We were talking about leaving something behind and traveling. That came up. There was also a whip and now a plane. Kill is here. That was coming through with the death magic as well. So it's in play here for someone. Killer. We have gun. Magic is also here, and that was coming through about doing death magic. Painkillers. Someone may be addicted to painkillers. We were talking about that. Someone might be selling painkillers. Wit is also here, and we were talking about the jester and humor being involved. Humor's involved in this in some way. I don't know how, if that's through the media or through this masculine may be really funny. I don't know. It's intriguing. But the humor's out here twice now. Painted. Painted is here. Painted lady. Painted lady is here. Michael. This is yielding a lot. I'm surprised so much is coming out here. Michael is here. Alan is here. Tracy is here. Paul is here. Andre is here. Elaine is here. Lots of names. Elaine, Paul, Andre, Alan, Michael, Tracy. Dennis is here. Denise is here. MIT is here. Elon is here. Elon Musk is here. Interesting. Don't know what to make of that, but it's here. Elon Musk. Oh, no, wait. There's no K. Yeah, there's the K right here in my hand. Crazy. Key. Key is here. Keys. Muse. Music. Okay, my God, I could just keep going and going. So, sounds to me like it's going to be a good idea to do this reading in several parts, because there's maybe more than one storyline coming through that's highly translatable to multiple people. So I'm kind of excited about this idea. Thank you for being here so much. Please like and subscribe if you like this reading, and come back for more. I can feel that my leg is asleep, so hopefully I don't fall as I try to stand up here. Ouch. Ugh. Okay. Oh man. Ouchie. Thank you again, and I will see you in the next one.